Hey there, my name is Sock. I'm a queer artist from Indianapolis, and today I am doing some sewing. I'm finally finishing this bag. I did a little bit of yard work that I might include. I started working on a silly fence project. So yeah, it'll be kind of chaotic, but here's past me. Hello. Hopefully you can see me. Today I am determined to finally finish this bag once and for all. All it needs is its fabric liner. So I'm going to try and cut that out today. I'm going to use this fabric. It has all of the, not horoscopes, the zodiac signs on it. It's really cute. I got it at a Goodwill in Florida randomly, and it was the entire thing of fabric. And so since I have a lot of this, oh my god, my cats are flocking to me. But since I have a lot of this, I'm going to use it. It doesn't match completely, but I don't really mind. I kind of just want to use something that will be cute enough and just make this bag a little bit more functional. So I'm going to do that. I will also be using this cutting mat that Archie is on. And we're cutting on the floor because my dining room table is filled with a puzzle right now. And I have art canvases on top of the puzzle so that the cats don't mess with the puzzle. It's a whole thing. We're doing a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it's kind of intimidating. My partner and I are not typically puzzle people, but we're trying to be. We've been watching 90 Day Fiance and doing our puzzle, and it's been kind of great. I have this cutting mat from when I was in art school that causes cancer, which is so cool. And then I have my rotary cutter. I got an assortment of fabric pins where you can change the inside pin out. That way it's a little bit less wasteful. And then I have a couple little weights made with rice and some other fabric that I had. So this is what I'm going to be using, and then I'm just going to try and go for it, cutting out the shape that I think it needs to be. So ideally I would iron this fabric, but it's really not that bad. So I'm just going to go for it and be crazy. I'm gonna lay this flat. So I want there to be some extra, I wouldn't mind if the lining was on the bigger side, because this stuff will stretch, and low-key I stuff my bags full. So I think I'm just going to give a decent amount of ease around the lining, and if it's kind of scrunched up in the bag, I don't really mind. There was a felted version of this bag, which might have meant that I didn't have to do a liner, but low-key, I would want to do liner anyway, because I don't want crumbs and stuff getting stuck on the inside of this bag. It's going to make it cleaning it a lot easier. So I think we've got our outline down. You're probably not going to be able to see it. I can barely see it, honestly, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm going to start with the rotary cutter and see how that goes. I have not mastered the rotary cutter, to be honest. It's easy, but it's not, Okay, cool. We've got our pieces, yay! This fabric is so freaking cute. I'm really excited. So that's the prep. We've got our pieces, and now we're gonna head to the craft room, I think, to go ahead and sew this up. That way I don't lose momentum. He's a big guy. Okay, so I've got my bag and the fabric right here. So honestly, my first step probably should be to create a nicer seam at the top, because they're not going to be seamed together. So I should probably make it look nice. So I guess I will do that first, because I'm trying to make an actually nice bag. I'm going to do that on the other side as well. Awesome. Now that I've got both of these done, I'm going to go ahead and sew them. We have one of those light switches that turns on and off your outlets, which is nice but also really annoying. We don't have any lights actually built in to the ceilings of our house for the most part. We have a couple in the main rooms, but that's it. I'm trying to decide what type of stitch I want to use here. Probably just a straight stitch. Okay. Awesome. We have one side done. It's not the most beautiful, but it's going to make it look a lot nicer whenever it's in the bag. So I'll do the other one off camera. Okay, the second one is done. There's a little bit of like folding in that's happening, so I'm going to go on the back side and like cut some like little lines in here to allow the fabric to flex a little bit more. If you have input on a better way that I could have done this, please let me know. Like I said, I'm new to sewing as far as like the craft, you know. I've been like sewing without like education for a very long time. Like my mom would let me use her sewing machine from a very young age, probably like 5 or 6, honestly, and I used to make clothes for my Barbies. But as far as like actually learning techniques and making objects, I'm very new. I don't know a lot of finishing techniques, so I'm just using like the basic knowledge I have and applying that. Yeah, awesome. That seems like it did help a little bit with the folding. Part of this is because like my stitching wasn't as on the curve as it could have been, but that's okay. Like I said, this doesn't need to be perfect. It's just making it a little bit more of a usable bag for me. Okay, cool. Now that I've got all those snips done, I'm going to place these right sides together. And I'm going to sew along all of the edges that I haven't sewn so far. So I'm going to leave this top edge open because I want to be able to go into the bag. And I might sew along the top edge up to like here, because that part of the bag doesn't need to be open. Let me see. I have some like sewing clips that are nice sometimes. Okay, awesome. We are all clipped up. Okay, so I've got the bag liner done. My bobbin is really close to being out, but I don't want to have to like throw away what is already on it. So I think I'm just going to try and do as much as I can before this bobbin runs out, because I really don't have that much to do. The only part that I'm like kind of really nervous about is like cutting off what I already cut of these guys. I guess I'm just going to go for it. Has my mic been off this whole time? That's awesome. Okay. So that's where I want that. Okay. Cool. So now I have to do the other side. This is so stressful. Because steeking would normally be the cutting like the knit the opposite way, and it would be a lot more stable than what exactly I'm doing right now. Okay. So I'm gonna try and get this fabric strap up in here. I feel like this one's like longer or tighter. I don't know. This has been like basted uglily, you know, but we're gonna do the other strap. Just make sure it's not twisted around. Okay, so both of these straps should be stable now with this excess. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the excess off a little bit. Leave just a little extra in case I need it. And hopefully this fits well. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in and hand stitch this lining into the actual bag. And we should be in business after that. I do think I'm gonna stitch it like just at the bottom of the I-cord again, so I get the extra length of the liner. And then I'm gonna use green. I'm gonna use this brown thread, probably doubled up because I think it'll be fine, and it'll be fine enough that you're not gonna notice it all that much. Okay, the sewing, well, at least of like the main liner is done. So I hand sewed it. It's pretty not cute, but it'll work. It'll work just fine. Oh my gosh, yay. Okay, so obviously the bag looks the same, but now we've got this nice lining. It feels so much better. I also I want to feel it like fully with my hands and take these gloves off. I should have done more of the hand sewing with these on. They make it a little bit more difficult to feel stuff, but I need to be better about that. Yay. I love the feeling of like a squishy material under a fabric for some reason. Yeah, I'm really happy with that and how it's worked out. Oh, dang, I realized I also haven't blocked this bag. I need to do that. I guess I should have done that before sewing it all together, but here we are. Maybe I will still block it just with the fabric lining in. The issue is I just want to wear it constantly. Think of how I want to do this. Ideally, I would hand sew this. I think this is still going to be a fine length. It's definitely shorter than what it was, but I think that's pretty comfortable still. I guess I'm just going to sew it kind of like how it had been sewn before, where it's like kind of rough. And just cut this extra fabric down, and it's just going to kind of look like shit, and that's going to have to be okay. Cut a little bit of this extra off, and then overlap these. We're just really embracing the handmade vibes. That's all we're doing. Oh, and my bobbin definitely ran out. And I don't think any of that's gonna come undone. It's like pretty overlapped. Again, is it the cleanest thing I could have done? Definitely not. But that's okay. Okay. She's like fully done. And that is a lot more secure. There's definitely not gonna be any stretching happening, which is good. Yeah. It's definitely a little shorter, but I don't really mind. We're getting that same shape. Hell yeah. I'm really happy with this. Yay! Oh my gosh. Hopefully you're getting to see it very well. Here, I'll be right back. Okay, so final reveal of the bag. I think it's so cute. Like I said, it got a little bit shorter, modifying that strap and everything, but it feels so much more secure. Like it's not stretching. Like if you pull on the knit part, obviously it is, but it feels really secure. I'm so happy. Again, the beads that I did, I'll put this on my bag, and then opening it up, and there's the lining inside. Like I said, my stitching is pretty ugly, but also it doesn't freaking matter. So that's fine. Let's make sure it still cinches up. There's thread everywhere. I'm so bad about that with sewing. I guess that is something to consider, is it does get a little tighter to me when I cinch it up. So maybe fully cinched, it's definitely sitting higher than I guess what I would like it to be. That's still not bad though. Like I don't think that's anything crazy ridiculous. I love having these beads on here because they like just kind of like hit themselves, and like they just make a really good like chattering sound. This is definitely sitting better. Like these are hitting a better length. I think I'm not like scrunching it up as much because I don't need to. Let me see if my iPad will fit in a reasonable manner, because I want this to be like my everyday bag if I can. Yeah, oh my gosh, it like just barely sits nicely in there. That's so exciting. It's definitely big, but I feel a lot more comfortable putting like heavy stuff in there now that there's the lining. I'm so excited. I know that I've been showing off this project for like weeks, but that is just kind of the reality of doing something like this. Is it's okay for it to take a long time. I very much of the mindset of like, I don't know, working on these projects slowly over time and showing you. Oh, it's cute on the side too. And showing you like over a long period of time rather than like having a video with a specific project. Just because I'm crazy and I move all over the place and I'm doing a bunch of different things at any given time. So that's just a little bit more realistic for me. I wanted to show you also that I started on one of the star tops that I'm making for someone. I will link the pattern down below. I pattern tested this, so I've made like a teal version before, and now I'm making a yellow version. The stitch definition on here is so pretty, and this feels so much nicer because the one that I made for myself was made out of acrylic, and this is made out of cotton. For the most part, the color work is acrylic because they wanted the same like rainbow yarn that I used for mine, which is this bad boy. I'm also using this for a cardigan that I'm like very slowly working on. But yeah, this is going really well so far. I just completed the first row of the color work. And I'm really excited about it. This pattern is free, by the way. Also, this was my first color work pattern that I ever followed, and it's really great, honestly. Yeah. I also have the stuff to make another one of these in navy blue for my mom. I'm just prioritizing this one because this is going to be a trade for a tattoo that I'm getting in May. So I need to make sure that it's finished in time. Technically, this is due like mid-May, and then I'm going to go visit Texas and see my mom at the beginning of May. So in theory, I should be working on my mom's first, but like it's less pressure if I don't get my mom's done rather than this. Like this is saving me a lot of money by trading. So I'm gonna make sure to get this one done. It's also like a size small, so it should whip up a little faster than the one that I made for myself because I'm like an extra large. But yeah, this is working up really nicely. I'm so jealous about this cotton yarn. I really wish that I had used this for mine, but that's okay. Yeah, so I am definitely feeling a little bit better mood wise. I was really down this week about like my hands shaking and like, I don't know, things have just been like a little stressful and I've been a little sad. But finishing this project makes me really happy. And I'm excited to go to the ceramic studio today and just like feel better. I need to leave the house. I need to stop wallowing. So I think it'll be good. I will probably take you guys with me if there's still time in this video to work on some ceramics. Yeah. Well, that is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys are liking my chaotic, like, crafting house life videos. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time.